Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another reading slash story time, whatever you choose to call it, of this book here, JD and the Family Business, written by J.Dillard, illustrated by Akeem S. Roberts. Well, we already know who's the best barber, right? Who's the best hairstylist? Because, as if you all have been keeping up with the chapters, you know that JD, his sister Vanessa, and of course their friends Jessyka and Jordan, they are the Southeast Star champions. All right. So we are getting ready to listen to this chapter in which they are about to be interviewed by the famous Sharon McNeil. Okay. So I want you all to sit back because this chapter is a little lengthy, but this is a great way to get ready to end such a fabulous book. So this is the chapter before the final chapter 20. All right, chapter 19, showtime. Once we arrived at the station, we were greeted by Cat McDonald, the lady Mom had spoken to on the phone. Cat McDonald had the back of her head shaved with diamonds cut into the base and the top pulled up into a set of dreadlocks with purple tips. Wow, how long did it take for you to get your hair like that? I asked her. Only about 30 minutes for the back and about an hour and a half for the color, she said. I wonder if I could get any of my friends to let me lock their hair. I bet Jessyka would. Kat wore a Tuskegee University t-shirt tucked into flared jeans. She explained she was going into her senior year and hoped to be an on-air personality one day. I'm so excited you agreed to do this. This is the first segment I'm producing on my own, she said. Kat gave us a quick tour of the studio. Jordan got to stand behind the cameras, and Vanessa saw where the anchors got their hair and makeup done. Then I heard the loud click of high heels, and there was Sharon McNeil. Hello. So you're JD, the kid barber. Vanessa does it all, and their friends Jessyka and Jordan? She asked. Sharon was wearing a bright pink pantsuit with matching pink heels. She looked like a giant crayon. Yes, ma'am, we said. You're all such little stars. I can see a bright future for you. We are so excited to have you here today. Kat will get you prepped for the segment. Remember, it's live, so there won't be any do-overs. Kat walked us into what she called the green room, but there wasn't any green at all. It was just a regular room with an oversized couch, two chairs, a bathroom, and a table with a spread of food. It was more than I could imagine anyone eating, from fruits to cheeses to little pieces of bread and meat. It reminded me of the New Meridian buffet, but I was too nervous to eat. There were photographs of famous people from Mississippi and the rest of the South on the wall. Oprah Winfrey was in the middle. Vanessa, Jessyka, and Jordan ran for the couch and started to jump on it. Get down, kids, Granddad said. Have a seat and stop showing out in front of these nice people. Kat chuckled to herself. I know this is exciting, but try to keep the room neat for our next guest, she said. Kat clipped a microphone battery to everybody's waist, ran the cord up our backs, and clipped the microphone to the inside of our collars. Jessyka was wearing pink and black track pants with shiny black dress shoes and a white t-shirt tucked in. She had done her nails in matching alternating colors, and even her beads were color coordinated. The night before, Jordan had me give him a new fade with the letter J shaved on the side. And he had on a brand new pair of red and black Air Jordan 1s. This is your microphone, Kat said. Just speak in your normal voice and everything will be fine. Kat explained that our segment would be no more than 5 minutes and that I would talk about what inspired me to start cutting hair. And Vanessa would talk about where she gets her ideas for different hairstyles and nail designs. Then Sharon would ask both Jordan and Jessyka a question about video production. You know all about us, Miss McDonald, I said. Please call me Kat, and it's my job to know everything. I'm a producer. After the interview, Kat told me I would do a quick trim and style of the model's hair. The model was the weatherman, Carl Stormy Anthony. Vanessa would do Sharon McNeil's Neil's. Oh, that's exciting, JD. I love Carl too, Granddad said. Granddad watched the news so much, it seemed like he was a fan of everyone at the station. We will knock on your door 5 minutes before your on-air appearance, Kat said. And finally, don't forget to bring your tools out with you. We will have a stool for you so you can reach Carl's head. I had brought one pair of clippers, shears, and a comb, paste, and pomade. I hoped my equipment wouldn't stop working like it had during the Great Barber Battle. 5 minutes later, Kat told us it was showtime. The four of us walked past the backstage area and stepped out into the set. There was a couch, a desk, and cameras everywhere. My nerves began to kick in again. I think Vanessa noticed because she put her hand on my shoulder. Hey there, JD, the kid barber, right? It was Carl. Carl was a middle-aged man with a few flecks of gray in his hair. He already had a cape on and wore glasses. I noticed that the back of his neck had not been shaped up. Hi, Mr. Anthony, I replied. Take it easy on me now. My wife won't like it if I come back home with a crooked fade. I could relate. The crooked fade my mom gave me started my whole career. Then I heard Kat's voice. Everyone, please sit on the couch now, I heard her say. It was weird to hear her voice without being able to see her. It was almost like we had walkie-talkies. Then bright lights turned on, and I heard a little bit of music. I took a deep breath. There was no live audience, but everyone in all of Mississippi, Tennessee, and Georgia will be tuning in. Sharon McNeil walked out onto the stage, towering over us in her pink heels. We'll go live in 3, 2, 1, Kat said. Today, we are live with this week's Southeast Star, or stars, I should say, except it's our junior edition. These fabulous young people not only do hair and nails, they make amazing videos to inspire us all at home, Sharon McNeil said. Now, each of you go down the line and say your name and age. She finished before turning to face us. I'm JD, the kid barber, and I'm 8 years old. I'm his oldest sister, Vanessa, and I'm 10. I'm Jessyka, spelled with a Y and a K, and I just turned 9. I'm Jordan, and I just turned 9 too. We are all going to be 4th graders next year, except Vanessa. She's in middle school. Amazing. I'm going to ask you each a question, and then we are going to have a surprise at the end, Sharon McNeil said. JD, the kid barber, I understand you won a barber battle not too long ago. What inspired you to start cutting hair at your age? Yes, ma'am. I beat the only real barber in town, Henry Jr. of Hart and Son. Then I started working for him. Hi, Henry Jr. I waved at the camera in case Henry Jr. was watching. But I wanted a bigger audience, so I started putting videos online. Oh, and I started cutting my own hair because I didn't like the way my mom did it, I said. Sharon laughed at the last thing I said. Vanessa gave me a look like I had told a family secret. By the way, it was fun driving to Jackson, I added. I don't leave Meridian much. Sharon McNeil laughed again. This wasn't so bad after all. And Miss Vanessa, where do you get your ideas for your impressive nail art and hairstyles? My own mind, Vanessa said instantly. She hardly let Sharon finish her question. I started this because it was a business idea for a school project. My brother is my employee. I bet I could teach the class after all I learned these last few weeks. Business is not easy. She always had to throw in that my brother is my employee line. Miss Jessyka, you look sporty. It's my understanding that you help shoot and edit these videos. Yes, I am getting really, really good at both iMovie and Adobe Premiere. I can do moving graphics now, just like in movies, Jessyka said proudly. Wow, can barely send emails on my cell phone, Miss McNeil said. A few people in the crew laughed like they agreed with her. Now, last but not least, Mr. Jordan, what is your role in this project? I am the director and equipment manager. I directed the video we used for the competition. I think I want to direct my own movies one day, or maybe my own video games. I don't know, Jordan said as he shrugged. Well, you certainly have time to figure that out and try lots of different options. And I wish you the best of luck with that, Sharon said. Kat's voice popped into my earpiece at that moment. JD, now stand on the stool that we put behind Carl. TV moved fast. We were almost done. It seemed much longer when you were just watching from home. I stood on the stool behind the weatherman. What are you going to do for our brave weatherman today? Miss McNeil asked. I'm going to shape up the back of his head, spray some water on the top, and add pomade so it looks like he went to a real barber, I said. As I worked on Carl's head, Sharon McNeil asked me more questions. Who was your first client, JD? She asked. My baby brother, Justin. Then my friend Jordan was next, I answered. I heard Kat yell, 30 seconds to finish in my ear. So you can see I've cleaned the back of his neck, spritzed the water, and added pomade. It's easy to do. Anybody can do it at home, I said. I spun the chair around so Mr. Anthony could face all the cameras. And I saw a cameraman zoom in on the back of his neck. I handed him a mirror. This is a job well done, JD, he said. Before the segment officially ended, Vanessa pulled out her stash of nail jewels and did a quick manicure on Miss McNeil, adding a touch of color and bling. Look at how you completely transformed my nails, young lady. You really do it all, Sharon said. Kat told me and Vanessa to stand together for what she called our outro. I think that just meant saying goodbye to the folks watching at home. Tell everyone where they can find you, JD, the kid barber, Vanessa does it all, Jessyka, the editor, and Jordan, the director. Whiz kids, all of you, Sharon McNeil said. Vanessa didn't waste a second before she exclaimed, just look for our YouTube channel, Kids, Cuts, and Nails. We do both girls and boys' hair. The lights dimmed and the camera people started walking away from the set. As we walked off stage, the crew gave us pounds and fist bumps. Kat appeared from behind the set. That was great, everyone. JD, do you have an email address? I want to send you a copy of the segment after it airs, she said. We'll also post it on the station's YouTube channel and tag you. That was music to my ears. WTOK had 150,000 subscribers. That's how many people would see the clip online if they tagged us. We don't have an email, but my mom does. I told Kat what it was. Thank you for making my first segment a success, kids, Kat said. The station sent us home with free t-shirts, water bottles, baseball caps, and pop sockets. I couldn't wait to pass them out to the people who have been there for me since the great barber battle, like Grandma, Justin, Mom, Xavier, Eddie, Henry Jr., Henry Sr. I could even mail one to my dad. Granddad said he was proud of what we had done. We kept bringing up his favorite parts of the interview while he drove me, Vanessa, and Jordan home. My grandchildren on television, Granddad said. You kids let me know if you want help bringing in the senior market to your page. I've got ideas. I was proud too. And my mind raced, thinking about what I could do next. Whoa, I told y'all, oh my goodness. That chapter was just, oh my goodness, it just gave me chills, right? I mean, you all have been keeping up with this book. So you already know the trials and tribulations that Jordan had to, that JD rather, of course, Jordan too, JD and Vanessa and Jordan, that they had to go through. Oh my goodness. And so when you see them overcome those trials, you saw how they just kept pushing forward. They didn't let those setbacks stop them. Now look at their reward right there. So again, like I said, I have one last chapter to read, and I will be getting that read ASAP so you all can be able to finally finish with me this awesome book, JD and the Family Business, written again by J.Dillard, illustrated by Akeem S. Roberts. All right, you all take care, and please remember to keep reading for at least 30 minutes a day. I'm Miss Sasha. Peace.